On DC News Now, a violent weekend in the district. 2 people are killed, including a teen, in a tragic gun accident. How crime numbers are impacting the community.
A brand new exhibit displaying more than 3.5 million pages tied to pedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Just release all the files, all of them, not the ones you want, and not the redacted ones either.
I'm in favor of a continued light being shown on the Epstein files.
The process of bringing the reading room to the district and the controversial reason on why they're opening it this week.
We're looking at seasonable high temperatures out there for your Tuesday, but get ready for those 90s to return and close to record-breaking heat for Thursday and Friday. More on that coming up.
The chair of the D.C. Council proposing a budget restoring some key programs where the money is coming from to pay for things like child care initiatives.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. It was a violent weekend in the district. 2 people were killed, including a child, and 4 others hurt.
A 15-year-old girl was accidentally shot and killed by her friend when the 2 girls found a gun inside of an apartment. DC News Now's Ben Dennis spoke with a gun violence expert and also a trauma surgeon.
And Ben, just hours ago, there were 2 more shootings in the district.
Yeah, just a couple of feet over my shoulders where yet another man was shot here in the nation's capital around 7 o'clock. Same one for another man who became a victim of gun violence in Northeast D.C. around the same time. All of this after a particularly violent weekend. And right now, as investigators pore over these scenes, we know the crowds are expected to travel into D.C. for several large events starting this Sunday with that UFC fight. And those on the front lines and have the tall order of preventing violence have a message to share.
It's just so tragic.
From east of the Anacostia River to the streets near the White House, at least 6 violent events unfolded over the weekend. One taking the life of 15-year-old Journey Long from Bowie, Maryland. Police say her friend picked up an unregistered gun inside of an apartment in Southeast Washington Highlands neighborhood. That's when it fired.
Many parents mistakenly believe that their kids either don't know where the gun is or they found the gun, that they would know not to play with it, and that's just not the case. Again, kids are curious.
The weekend violence began in Southeast Saturday midday. A woman stabbed near Anacostia High School. Then a man was shot several times on Mellon Street, just 2 blocks from where a woman was stabbed inside an apartment early Monday morning.
It is difficult every single time to let a parent know that their child has been injured or that they've been killed. It doesn't get any easier.
Downtown, a man was killed after being shot roughly 1 block north of the convention center, and a teenage boy was stabbed near the south perimeter of the White House and the Washington Monument. That crime happening right next to where many people are set to watch Sunday's White House UFC fight. We asked the Secret Service if this is cause for concern. A spokesperson saying, for this event, and throughout the America 250 and Freedom celebrations this summer, attendees can expect a visible security presence that includes uniformed law enforcement officers, specialized police units, and military support teams. And the other man shot tonight just 2 hours ago over in Northeast. He was hit by a bullet on 50th Street in the Lincoln Heights area. He and the man who was shot here near Howard University in Banneker Pool were conscious and breathing at the time, but the actual severity of their injuries is unknown. Meantime, in most of these cases, police are still looking for suspects. In Northwest D.C., Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
All right, Ben, thank you so much for that update. And here's a look at some of the crime numbers from D.C. police. They say violent crime is down only 2% from this time last year. Murders with a massive drop of 46%. But here's the thing, assaults with a deadly or dangerous weapon, they're up 45%. We're talking 540 cases already this year alone. Property crime is down 25%. And overall, we have seen a 23% dip in crime from this time last year. We're starting to see the increase of the number of National Guards members in the district, all in anticipation of America's big birthday celebrations. The troops growing from 2,800 last week to nearly 3,500 in the area right now. 566 are part of DC's National Guard, and nearly 3,000 are from out of the district. We're talking as far away as Alaska and Puerto Rico. The Trump administration announced last month it was requesting an additional 1,500 troops ahead of America's 250th birthday festivities. The plans are to have 5,000 service members patrolling the district this summer.
All right, if you're out and about tonight, boy, what a gorgeous night to be outside. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layers here. Jackie, it's great sleeping weather tonight as well.
It will be. Yeah, it's not going to be too bad. I mean, we'll see overnight lows back in the upper 50s. That's going to be the coolest, overnight low throughout the rest of the
comfortable, yeah.
Exactly. I know. It's been a little while. I mean, it was humid over the weekend.
It was steamy.
Yeah, so it wasn't very nice. But overnight tonight, it should be nice. I mean, temperatures out there right now still holding on to some of that warmth from earlier. 60s and low 70s out there right now. 73 in D.C., 71 up towards Hagerstown, but satellite radar showing us some clouds strolling in. But overall, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions overnight. And yes, this is a view of those overnight lows for tonight. Upper 50s to right about 60 degrees. And that's what we start the day with tomorrow morning. That's a little bit cooler than we had earlier this morning. But highs tomorrow, this is seasonable for this time of the year. Low to mid 80s across much of the map. It will be a little bit more muggy compared to the day today. And then we'll continue that heating trend and also, more of that humidity building back in too as we get towards the end of this week. So in terms of your planner for the day tomorrow, upper 50s in the morning. We warm up pretty quickly. Low 70s by 10 a.m. should be into those low to mid 80s by the middle of the afternoon. But then as we look towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, those 90s will be returning. Looks like the hottest day of the week, either Thursday or Friday. And also when you factor in the humidity both of those days, we're talking about some triple-digit heat index values. So I'll have more details on that, timing it all out. Also, we have some thunderstorm chances on some of those hotter days. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jackie, developing now in Frederick County, Maryland. Crews tell us a school bus hit a tree in Ironville. You can see it here, just smashed on your screen. The hood in front of that bus crushed. Police say the driver was trapped inside while two students were able to get out safely. Those students were evaluated by EMS on scene. They're not hurt, and they were reunited with their parents. No word tonight on the bus driver's condition. This is a developing story. We will pass along any updates here on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. And in Virginia, Arlington County Police asking for help finding a car involved in a deadly hit and run on Columbia Pike. Investigators say a woman was hit around 1 this morning and died at the scene. The driver took off. Now, this is not the actual car, but a photo of the make and model. It's a dark blue Honda CR-V, model years 2016 to 19, and missing its front grille. If you have any information or perhaps might know about the car, you're asked to call Arlington Police.
Now to an electrical type blast in Maryland, seriously hurting 3 workers over at the Medical Center Metro Station earlier this morning. Montgomery County firefighters saying that a man working in an electrical shaft just outside of the National Institutes of Health is electrocuted, and 2 people going to help him, they're also seriously hurt. They were all rushed to the hospital. The smoke and fire caused plenty of confusion, concern for commuters this morning there in Bethesda.
It was initially reported as an explosion, but it was a significant electrical shock. We believe that that person was injured in place, and 2 workers came to his aid, and they were injured in doing so. We were able to get all 3 of those folks out. There were other workers in the area. They were not injured, but we did transport 3 people.
Investigators later describe it as an electrical arc, and the workers had serious burns. WMATA CEO says there will be a full investigation into what happened.
You could soon read through 3.5 million pages of the Epstein files. That display opens in the district tomorrow.
This is a whole new exhibit. It features the documents the Justice Department has been required to release, bound together into nearly 3,500 books. And we got a sneak peek at the volumes lining the shelves there, plus the history and interactions between President Trump and convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein before Trump was elected to office.
And DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us there live tonight. So Daniel, how is it being received there in that neighborhood?
Well, Chris and Susan, lots of people coming by and looking through these windows to see what's inside tonight. There is a private event happening right now, a preview for tomorrow's big opening with these big timelines on the wall and books inside. This is the second stop that this reading room has made. It just recently wrapped up in New York where 10,000 people visited it.
We go through these and I can show you that they're all real.
All of the Epstein files, at least what's been posted by the Department of Justice, are on display here.
The evidence in these files is horrific.
David Garrett is one of the organizers of this exhibit with the Institute for Primary Facts.
They left the names of survivors and innocents unprotected, and then protected all of their rich and powerful friends.
A floor-to-ceiling timeline shows connections between convicted child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and President Donald Trump, plus their own separate accusations and convictions.
This man who was so involved in Jeffrey Epstein's life appears 38,000 times in the files. Many members of his administration, even his family, have been involved with Jeffrey Epstein. He shouldn't be in charge of the investigation.
It's become a bipartisan issue.
Just release all the files, all of them, not the ones you want, and not the redacted ones either. Just show them all.
This reading room isn't just for the files. Upstairs, there are 1,400 candles for Epstein survivors.
Each one represents a little girl's life.
And a wall of notes with space for people to leave their own reflections.
I'm in favor of a continued light being shown on the Epstein files because it seems like Congress is getting distracted by other issues, understandably, but we never really received a lot of closure.
So because of the issues with those redactions, only elected officials, those members of Congress, members of the press, and survivors and their advocates can actually view the documents in the mornings. In the afternoons, that's when you can book a free 20-minute slot to see the space yourself. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thanks. Meanwhile, 2 Virginians are suing to stop this weekend's UFC event from taking place at the White House. The Public Integrity Project filed the suit on behalf of a Vietnam War veteran and a civic activist. They argue the structure built on the south lawn of the White House did not get a congressional approval or an environmental review. The suit also says using the White House to stage a for-profit event will financially benefit UFC's president. The administration claims the event has congressional backing as part of events to celebrate the United States' 250th birthday, but the lawsuit pushes back on that idea, saying the event has nothing to do with celebrating America's independence. Instead, they say it coincides with the president's 80th birthday on Sunday.
We're now learning about the road closures for the big UFC fight this weekend. Police will start some restrictions as early as Thursday morning at 6, and they're going to remain through Monday night at 6:30. Some of the streets with parking restrictions include New York, Constitution, and Pennsylvania avenues. For the full list of street closures and no parking zones, just go to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and search UFC Fight.